What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Thanks for taking a minute out of your day to hang out with me here. Today's video, you're gonna get to watch me ruin somebody's car. No, but in all seriousness, I am going to go paint a subscriber's car. He's also a buddy of mine. But you know, it's my first time shooting a gun with a base coat and a clear coat, so like a 3-stage paint job. It's already primered and stuff, so this could be fun. I'm excited to see how it turns out because I want the practice, and he just kept asking me to do it. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. So I'm gonna head over there right now, and he's already should be ready for me. Well, the Del Sol made it safe and sound, except for I just popped the hood to show aiming the swap, and I realized that there's axle grease everywhere, so I don't know what it is about this motor. Went through probably 7 axles while I was in the DA. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to try and figure that out. Lifetime warranty though, so that's good. I just don't want to be going through axles every other day. Smells like primer.
Yeah, no Bondo.
Yeah.
This is my garage is such a huge wreck. I couldn't find my Bondo. And I had one little spot that I missed. So I had to run down and buy some more. Story of my life, man. Story of my life.
Should I feel that? So this is the rattle can job here with the 2K clear.
Yes, sir.
Looks good. Especially on camera, it's got good gloss.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. There's a lot of imperfections. I didn't really care because it's the engine bay.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it looks good nonetheless, though.
I just want to see what I use. I use these bad boys.
Oh, yeah, I've never even seen those before.
OEM paint. Used with a spray rattle can.
So we have just pretty much got done wiping the car down. It is nice and smooth now, nice and clean. Had some compressor issues with leaky fittings, but those are all fixed now. So yeah, I'm sure I already showed you guys the engine bay, which is now covered. But yeah, if you didn't already see it, like right here, he's doing a Captiva Blue Pearl, the same color as the Del Sol and the DA's engine bay. I kind of partially talked him into it, but it is a beautiful color. So I'm excited to see how it turns out with actual clear coat and doing it the right way. But I know there's going to be a bunch of you guys probably knocking Harbor Freight equipment or whatever, but it works, and I have tape on me.
If I was a pro, it wouldn't matter anyways with equipment I had. Or if I would, since I'm not a pro, it won't matter either way.
Yeah. And if you're good at what you do, the equipment isn't always the issue. So keep that in mind. But yeah, so pretty much just about ready to paint it. Most likely going to have to do the bumpers and stuff another day because obviously you see room is limited in here, and we don't want to be spraying it outside because we don't want debris, dirt, whatever. So the body will get done today, and then we'll probably have to get the car on its wheels, roll it out, and then maybe my brother in a couple weeks can come out here once the paint is fully cured and give it a good cut and polish. And then at that time we can mask off everything else in here and get the rest of the junk painted. And we got to fix the hood too. He bought it. You said he bought it off Amazon, right?
Yeah, it's an Amazon one, and it came like I had all like the little like stuff on it to be able to help it out so it won't get damaged. And so it sat for a month or two, and then I finally took them off, and they're just freaking beat up.
Yeah, like all these little corners down here. Like you can see, that's obviously bent. Same with all the other little corners. So I'd say that's UPS's fault. But yeah, so all this will be probably painted another night. Or another day. And you said, have you made up your mind on the skirts and stuff, black or paint matched?
I don't know, ask your subscribers what they think. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm open to whatever. I just want to do what I like both ways, but I'm not, sure what I want to do.
Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are true diehard, like original Honda, like keep it original, like looking OEM fitment, blah blah. So what do you guys think? Paint match the lips and skirts, or keep it black like it would come factory from Honda? Let me know in the comments. So I mentioned this the last few times that I've painted something in one of my videos, but especially with these Harbor Freight guns, I'm sure other new guns come like this as well. But when they assemble it, they use an assembly lube in there, and you definitely have to clean all that out, more or less on the components of the gun than in the gun itself. But like you can, like this gel looking stuff, so you just got to clean all that off and just get all the extra gunk out of here. So normally I would use like mineral spirits or something, but brake cleaner works just as well, especially since it eats away at it so quickly. So Just disassemble the gun, clean it up. Not in your face. Oh, I had a cut on my knuckle.
Hey, you got your memory card in it this time?
Yeah. Alright, so just like that, you just I got 2 guns here to clean up because he got 2 guns, one for base, one for clear, so we don't have to try and clean up the guns in between, so we can just get it done. The main things to clean on these things is the pores or the holes inside here, because that's actually where the paint comes out of. So those are the main things. But I mean, looks pretty clean already. So now I can reassemble it and then just rip the other gun apart quick and do it for that one. So I got the first batch all mixed up. This is a 2-to-1 mixture for the base coat and then a 4-to-1 for the clear. So I did 8 ounces paint with 4 ounces of reducer. Yeah, looks pretty tasty, right? So just giving this little speckle of a spot over here a second to dry. Those little Bondo spot, there's a little bit of a couple lines showing through it, and then we'll just give it a quick sand really quick, and then I can start laying down the paint. Alright, so we got the base coat laid down now. Probably did about closer to 3 coats. Few imperfections from just, you know, spraying in a garage and stuff. Like there's a little bug that flew in there. I mean, other than that, just a few. The most imperfections are more or less just sanding flaws or whatever, like right here. So none of it's really all that noticeable unless you're looking at it in the right light. So it's not a big deal. But we're gonna mix with the clear now. I got blue all over my face just like I always do when I paint. It's freaking getting really hot out here. Arizona sucks. But yeah, so far so good. Didn't realize how tiring it is to actually paint a whole car. It's a lot of muscle strength, muscle like stamina, whatever, holding your arm like that, you know, trying to keep the gun steady and all that. But yeah, it's looking good so far. I'm pretty stoked. Alright, got the clear coat all mixed up, so I'm going to just go ahead and start spraying it. I'll probably try and snag a clip or two, but as you guys know, I have a thing about not getting paint on my camera. I learned my lesson, so I'll try and snag a few clips from the distance, but I'm excited. All right, so we just finished up with roughly 3 coats of clear. They were pretty heavy coats, so basically just used up the quart that we had made. But obviously there's going to be some orange peel. There's no resolving that, other than after it's cured we can cut and polish it, which we're going to do. But all in all, I'm pretty stoked. This stuff laid really nice. Crazy to think that my Del Sol was this dark of a blue when it was new, and now that it's 26 years old and sun faded, it's almost like a baby blue. So I didn't really get to finish that video last weekend. I think the last clip I just ended it with showing you guys the clear coat on Damon's car. Haven't really gone back yet. Maybe next weekend I might be going back to do the bumpers and stuff, so just kind of waiting on him to prep them and whatnot. And yeah, he needed to press in his wheel bearings into his hubs to put wheels on the car to roll the car out of the garage, so that way he could set up his garage to do the bumpers and stuff. So today, this project, I guess, is helping Dominic here. His Civic, he's having some rough times. His car is idling a bit rough. It's surging. He had a bunch of sensors disconnected to just kind of keep it idling normal. So he was running so rich that he was spitting smoke out like a diesel. So it's just this little Y7 swap. He said it came from an automatic car in the junkyard with rear end damage. So just a good little clean little swap. It just needs a little bit of tender care. So what we've been doing so far is trying to basically diagnose what's been going on. The throttle body that was on it was this one, and I don't really deal with OBD2 stuff at all, especially like D series. So I've never seen a throttle body with the idle air control valve on the bottom of it. I've only dealt with throttle bodies with the idle air control valve on the back of the intake manifold, and the throttle body itself normally has the fast idle valve here. But his throttle or intake manifold is stamped P32, which is the same one that was off of that motor. And based off of what I've researched, the P32 is the Z6 one, but ironically enough, the Z6 that I put in my brother's Civic says P08, P06, one of those. So I don't really know who to believe, what to trust. I just know that this manifold is pretty much the exact same as the one that's on that motor, but this throttle body is different. So we took the throttle body off the motor over there that came out of the Civic before, the Mini-Me, and we put it on here. Oh dear. Gross. Oh, it's just gasket material. Thought there was a missing throttle screw. But yeah, so we're trying to put the TPS back on right now. Both TPS gaskets were broken. This one was cracked, which honestly could have been a vacuum leak, because he also had the idle air control. He had the intake air temp sense blocked off with a plate that was making a vacuum leak, so we put one on there. Same with the throttle body, or I'm sorry, the idle air control valve. So we put it on there now, and he's just finishing up, trimming up the little gasket. Because we had to go to AutoZone and get some gasket paper. But once that's done, then we can just plug it all up, and then then continue on with trying to diagnose this. Almost wonder if it's not some wiring stuff too, because the under cabin harness here is a little chewed up a bit. Some random wires that have been spliced, so I don't know. So depending on if this fixes it or helps it, I may have to try and download a service manual and try and find wiring diagrams and kind of go through this one wire at a time, or go to the junkyard and get like a new engine harness and stuff, because he's got some broken connectors. His fuel injector harness is also a bit damaged. It's all spliced into, so I don't know, maybe a junkyard run might be best. But I have the screws up there. Just use those Allen head ones, those are fine. Okay. Alright, so we got the TPS hooked up and everything else hooked up, except for the only issue is that the idle air control valve right now that is on here is an OBD1 idle air control valve, and I believe this is the OBD2 idle air control valve connector. So the wires do not match up, the wire color, so I don't really want to repin it for a 2-pin connector, because I don't know which ones are going to be which. And for whatever reason, I can't seem to get voltage reading off of the TPS, or at least correctly. So I kind of just set it at a middle-ish. I don't know. We'll have to hook up the throttle and spin around the block really quick and kind of see how it acts. And we messed with the timing a little bit because for whatever reason it was all the way advanced, I think. I don't remember. So I don't know. I guess we'll just spin around the block and work it out from there. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to download like a diagram and try and find the right connector, like wire colors, and then yeah, just kind of a lot to take in for a day. So I don't know if any of you guys have ever run into this issue before, but I've been racking my brain over it for a while now. I haven't been getting signal through the signal wire on the TPS. We made our own gasket out of this cork stuff, and I don't know if I had grabbed 2 bad TPS sensors because I just tried a third one, but I was able to scavenge the gasket from the third one, the OEM gasket. So I don't know if that cork gasket was too big, but seems to be working out. I also made this little jumper connector just like John Widmer did, aka Garage Built Hondas, so that way I can test these easier. Just took a old map sensor plug and soldered on some connectors. Pretty useful. Yeah, so now the TPS should be good. It's 0.48 closed and 4.5-ish, 4.56-ish wide open throttle. But yeah, we just pulled the plugs on the ECU, we're resetting it and giving it a second. But yeah, so I don't know if it makes that much of a difference on the gasket thickness, but it appears to have in this situation, unless, like I said, I got 2 bad TPS sensors back to back. So we're gonna fire it up quick, see how it runs. Hopefully it'll at least get them home, and then we still got more junkyarding to do. Because the diagnostics that I ran through is that it was getting continuity to ground at the green wire. The yellow wire, which is the constant 12 volt, was getting constant 5 volt, and the signal wire was getting continuity to the ECU. So yeah, I don't know, but hopefully it works. Alright, so I'm going to end this video off here in a bit of an abrupt ending. It is actually like 2 days after that. It was kind of a wild weekend. I didn't really get to film anything because of just what I had going on, and it was really hot. And I was waiting for stuff to come in for the Del Sol. I got new brake calipers, so that'll be in the next video. And then I had to put my rear tow arms today, which is now Monday, or sorry, rear camber arms on because the car was pulling really bad because the alignment was a little off from my camber on one side being a lot more than the other. But anyway, yeah, Dominic's car ended up running pretty darn well. Got it running much smoother. Still has a bit of a jerky throttle. Don't know. I haven't driven the car, so I rode in it. It felt kind of like the throttle cable was getting caught up. His cable itself has a tear in it, and the throttle bracket is just homemade and it's incorrect. So we just got to source him out another one. Like I said, his car needs a few more junkyard parts, but it's getting better. But yeah, hopefully, you know, maybe we can make some videos on his car in the future. I know he plans on boosting it, so I don't know. Maybe I might help him with that if he doesn't have already somebody helping him. I don't know. We'll kind of see. We'll play this one out. And as for Eamon's car, like I said again, soon we'll be going to go finish it, and then we gotta, you know, cut, polish it, and all that stuff. And excited for how that's gonna turn out. But anyways, guys, shorter video, I think. I don't know. Whatever. I always say this, and it always ends up being like 15 minutes long. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I enjoy helping people out as much as I can. So thanks for the opportunity, Eamon, to paint your car. Thanks for Dominic for trusting me to help you with your car. So if you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Follow me on Instagram, and see you in the next video. Peace out.